Let's
Hello,
go.
welcome to today's episode of Tales of the Wand and not Dragon Ball Z. Again, every time on today's episode of Dragon Ball Z. Every time. Every fucking time. Like, I'm fine. You saw, I was like ready to go, and as soon as we switch, Dragon Ball Z every fucking time. There's nothing Dragon Ball in my line of sight.
Or any Z's.
Or any Z's.
There's a lot of Z's in my line of sight.
But okay, anyway, so we're here. Hello. We're doing like a little quicker start because we don't have any announcements because we don't know what we're doing and we're gonna try to play more often. But life just sucks and I have to go into the office. And if you're my coworker and you for some reason found me and are watching me, I don't want to come into the office. That is all.
So you went on a honeymoon, so you had to have time off for that.
Oh, and then I went on a vacation. That was fun too.
Yeah.
Pictures on my personal Instagram. Haha, suck it, viewers. You don't need to see any of those pictures. Actually, you'll see some. I'll post some of the Assassin's Creed related pictures because I can. All right, and now recap because a lot has happened in the intervening weeks, and thusly we need to recover what we were last doing. So, the party had this big ass battle with the with an Inquisitor of the Cult of Oblivion. Upon defeating the Inquisitor, there was a big explosion that released a toxin into the city. This toxin is called Samir's Stasis, as the party found out, and they were tasked with finding the cure or death. Naturally, they chose to find the cure, because that's not really much of a choice. So they set out, and they adventured to the north in hunt of ice dragon tears. Is the hint they were given. Is the reagent they were told to find, and they began their trek up north to find these ice dragon tears. On their way, they reached the town of Fjordgard, just a day short of Northgard. And there they met Nihilus Emberhorde, a dragon blood member of the council, who they convinced to see them and talk about his illness. As it turns out, Nihilus Emberhorde has the blood fever, dragon blood fever, which is a debilitating disease that affects primarily dragons, but can infect those that get dragon blood in them or are exposed to enough dragon blood. True dragon blood. Perhaps being a dragon blood himself made him a little more susceptible, but nonetheless, he fell ill and he was convinced to talk about Samir's stasis. As a result, the party met Avando, a priest of the moon, and as it turned out, the creator of Samir's stasis. Avando, in the process of trying to cure dragon blood sickness, has made Samir's stasis, which he thought would slow the aging process and the speed of the disease, but instead actually pretty much just acts as a poison. Though it does have some benefits to those affected with dragon blood fever. He corrected the party's reagent search to look for ice spirits. He described them as they're like pet ice rocks. And and hopefully you can convince them to help you. If you have to slay them, you have to slay them. If you don't, it might go better. Who knows? But the party was then able to convince Avando that his skills could be very useful in helping Ariath deal with and try to mitigate the effect of Samir's stasis, as they weren't quite sure how widespread it was. Vondo agreed, and upon his retirement, Nihilus Embervord and Vondo set out for Ariath, as the party was left to their own devices to set out further north. And that's where we cut back in. It is day 5. You all are you're still in Fjordgard, but and it is actually probably a little afternoon at this point, or a little before noon, I should say, at this point. And a quick meeting.
Quick little chat.
So what do you guys wish to do?
I've
I'll do it.
this is out of character, but I have been trying to like organize my spells in a way that would make this easier for me to keep track of. And I think I've done it, but it's in some ways more complicated. Because now I have spreadsheets.
Oh
And
no.
always
It
Yeah.
is hard. It's hard. Okay, so all session.
They know Lady Dastral too. So they're going to go see her.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, I mean, very fortuitous in a lot of ways, but in some ways doesn't quite change our plan, right?
Yes.
We have more of a target now. We know exactly what we're looking for, and we know that we're not necessarily going to face some great battle to get it, but still on the hunt for the creature that will save our city. And
Yeah,
we
definitely
know
a
it's still in
priority.
the same spot.
And you still have horses.
You do.
Nice.
Okay. So we need to, I guess. What time of day is it right now? Do you remember?
It is
Before
it is
noon.
mid-morning, yeah. A little before noon.
So should we like gather things and prepare for travel? Because we gotta.
I think that sounds like a good plan.
Yeah.
Hit the road early.
Still
Is it?
trying to go as fast as possible,
Yeah.
considering the longer we wait, the more of this stuff we'll need.
I mean, we could just maybe stop by. I don't think I really need anything, to be honest, because I have a couple potions of healing. You have healing. I have healing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
I'm real good at hiding.
good at hiding. I don't know. Does
Yeah,
anyone
I mean, I
need
think,
anything? Is there anything that we need to buy before we go? It's
We asked like
winter.
the
We're
innkeeper
going
if
to
there's any good
winter, right?
shops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we gonna need like winter clothing? By any chance?
Do you have winter clothing?
I'm saying, are we going to need that? I mean, I don't think I have anything winter related. I have like.
I thought you
clothes, but-
guys I believe that's something you guys stocked up on before you left Ariath. Because the expectation was you guys were going to the ice wastes
Okay.
at the beginning of winter.
Okay.
Mm.
So, like,
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
I might have missed that session or that conversation. So.
yeah, I think the expectation was that you guys were going to be facing cold weather.
Okay.
I don't know if we did anything explicitly.
Yeah, I didn't know if that mattered, if it was going to be a problem, if we needed, you know.
I mean, if you want something in particular, you can.
I don't. I just wanted to make sure that we didn't maybe need a jacket or a coat or.
I mean, you will need clothing for the winter. But I thought you guys got cold weather gear.
Big
We sure-
old winter coat.
We sure did. Absolutely. 100% got cold weather gear before we left.
Absolutely. Why would we not have that?
Yeah.
Now I'm starting to
The
suspect
coldest
you guys
winter
did not get cold weather gear, and it escaped all of our attention.
Whatever could you mean?
I will.
It's not like you-
Here we can do this very easily. So as you're in Fjordgard, and you also know that you will be hitting Northgard, there's plenty of equipment shops, and also you can say you bought stuff in Ariath. I'll say for 5 gold for the party, since there's 5 of you. Well, there's 6 of you. So for 6 total gold, you were able to outfit yourself with
Pretty cheap.
Well, I'm on a big old winter coat.
with either a coat or a cloak, like a heavy cloak or a heavy coat, gloves, a scarf, and you can either have a hat or a hood for your cloak,
Okay.
and adequate
And I have
bootage.
mooses on it.
Sorry, say that again, Steve?
Said, can my hat have mooses on it?
Yes, you can absolutely have a moose hat.
Baller.
Okay.
I have a moose hat.
I don't really think we
Yes.
can add anything to our collection, but I will just put.
You can put it in D&D Beyond under it's like other. There's a free text option in your
Other
inventory.
inventory.
Yep. It's like free text notes. Whatever the fuck you ammo please there.
Like, oh, not
Like add-
okay.
Custom item.
No, it's under other possessions. You can
Yeah,
literally
so
click on other possessions and type it in.
I could do that on my phone too.
Oh, I
Yep.
see.
Oh,
Yep.
Oh, I see. Okay.
wait.
Winter
that's,
coat. What'd you
that's
say?
sick.
What'd you say we have? Winter coat.
Winter coat, if you don't already have it, boots that will fit it.
I'm specifying fluffy winter coat.
Yeah, your cloak can have a hat, hood, or you can have a hat, and you get gloves and a scarf. And that comes
Like
out
a
to 1
blue
gold each.
cloak.
Yeah, it can be the
Blue
color you
hooded
choose.
cloak.
Got it. I see.
Um,
Perfecto.
Gloves and scarf.
I think I already have like leather boots on and stuff, and I have a big, heavy cloak on, but it's good to be particular about it. Yeah, I'm attuned to a
I'm
cloak.
gonna wrap my scarf around my neck because I think it's cute and I like it.
Good. We love that for you. Okay.
Would there be a way to get frost resistance on any of our cool winter clothes?
Ooh, good call. Nailed
okay,
that.
so for frost resistant clothing,
That's smart.
'Cause I'd pony up a little bit more gold for that.
Hell yeah.
so
Yeah, I
for
mean,
a
we have
cloak
so much
of
gold.
frost resistance,
I don't know about you guys, but I'm like swimming in gold, so
Hmm.
Yeah, same skis.
we got a lot of
Like
gold.
Scrooge McDuck over here.
Yeah,
More gold than I've ever had in my life.
I know. I'm more rich in this game than I am in person, real life.
Honestly.
You gotta read our cards, our player cards.
I do. I've been very, very behind.
We're still level 7.
Oh, son of a... Fuck you. Get it. Okay, here we go. Blah blah blah. Okay, it will cost. Yeah, that sounds about right. It'll cost 1,400 gold for a coat or cloak of cold resistance.
Wow.
Person or per party?
Per person.
Damn.
That is a per
Okay.
person. Actually, hold on, it might be called.
Could we just buy maybe potions of cold resistance? Is that something we could find?
You could find potions of cold resistance.
Or ring of cold resistance?
Ooh, I like a ring. What about my hat? Would it cost that much money to make my hat cold resist?
Yeah, so any item that you want to make cold resist would do that. Sleeve in particular, you might want to look at your items because I don't think you need what you're looking
Oh yeah. No, my cloak is good. Nice.
That's as rare. If I look at my cost, rare is yep. Okay. Yep, that lines up what I expect. So, what did I say? 1,600?
1,400 is what you said.
1,400? Yeah. So, so that's how much it would be for any clothing item to be enchanted with that.
1,400?
1,400.
Any item.
For any item that gives you the cold resistance.
I see.
There's also a ring of cold resist, which you could
Yeah.
have bought in. That is a ring, and also would cost 1,400.
So you can either buy something new or then enchant something, like permanently enchant something that you already have.
Okay, to enchant something you have, it would cost a little bit less. So let me see how much. Sorry, yeah.
And would it like ruin a enchantment that you already have on your?
So if you already have an enchanted item, you won't be able to add a an extra enchantment. That actually costs a lot because that actually costs more to try to add a new enchantment to an already enchanted item.
Okay.
Fun.
There's like a resist element spell, right? Resist. Protect.
Third level spell called Resistance from Energy.
Nope, I'm looking for it. So it's a third level. So
I think it's the Protection from Energy, third level.
Yep. Looking at it. Yeah. So potions would be how much for that? There's like an actual guy.
Okay. Well. What did you say a potion of cold resist would be?
So the potion would cost you about the 600 gold per potion. And that would work for 4 hours at a time. Or sorry, 8 hours at a time. So 8 hours per potion.
Okay. I feel like we're gonna be traveling a lot through. So be better to just have like constant cold protection, right?
I think so.
Can't hurt, yeah. I mean, even though we know these ice dragons, or I guess spirits of the ice, aren't necessarily enemies,
Yeah.
it's no guarantee that everything else up there won't be.
That outside isn't gonna be an enemy. Okay, so where are we at? Like we're at a shop.
So yes, we can either say you were in Ariath or in Fjordgard, but you would have to decide now which one you would like to do the shopping at. Would you like to say that you did this in the past, or would you like to say you're doing this now?
I don't know. Why not? Why not?
Do you guys remember
Do
that
it.
time when we bought all this stuff in Ariath? We
Yeah.
I mean, you did have plenty of time to prepare. You had plenty of time to.
Yeah,
There was a
you're
lot
right.
of downtime, so you could do it in Ariath, or you could be doing it current day. So we could either do a present day thing, or we could do like a flashback.
Yeah. Maybe we could do like a retcon
Mhm.
to our nice friend who owns a magic shop, who may give us better prices on stuff.
Sure.
Hey, I like that.
Sure.
Who would also know what things we might need for he has traveled.
He has traveled, but he has not traveled that far. So you're in kind of uncharted territory. He can recommend his many items of cold protect that he does have. If you want something on you enchanted, though, it will take a week to do this enchantment.
No, that's okay. I was looking at maybe getting that, if it's available, that like a ring of cold resist.
Okay, ring of cold resist. He's like, all right. Well, you are part of the guild, so I can give you a slight discount. Not much on this. Once you get to this high level gear, there's less and less of a discount.
Yeah.
This I can charge you. We'll call it $12.50 for a ring of cold resist.
Sounds great. I will take it. $12.50, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I am taking that out of my gold right now. And also the 5 for our other stuff.
Okay, that 5 is for the whole party.
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever.
I thought it was 6 for the whole party. I took 2
Right.
gold out.
You took 2 gold out? Okay.
For that.
Yeah.
I will add back. Did you take one out, Kohler?
Gold, yeah, I took some out for my coats and stuff like that.
Okay, so you took
Yeah,
out
we were
1.
slow
You took
going
out
for that.
you took out 2. So I'll take
Yeah.
out 1. I'll just put back. I'll just put back 3, and I'll pay for the other guys
So take out 3.
or,
Yep.
or whatever. There you go. Okay. All right. Now yeah. See, there we go. Perfect. Now I have a ring, cold resist.
Yep. You can find it. It's a ring of resistance cold. You'll have to search. It does require attunement.
That's fine. We have had lots of time to travel and attune.
Yes. Something that I don't know if I can actually change in game. Each of you has a magic item that I said required attunement to you. Because of this is a game mechanic that I'd like to just change really quick. Just because I think some of the attunement rules are a little bit rough. Your magic item that you will get that has to attune to you, I will be taking away the necessity for it to be attuned to you to work.
Sweet.
Just so you'll have 4 basically total slots of attunement that you can use. Just know that your item is one of them.
Your main weapon is attuned as well.
We have three slots, not including our. Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah.
Because that's it's like soulbound versus attuned.
Yeah. Sure.
Is the way I would describe that.
So can I say that while we have been traveling, I attuned, or I attuned?
Attunement takes a long rest or a short rest, so you could have attuned at any point. Yeah.
Great. Cool. So now I have a resistance to cold and fire. What a combo.
I'm cold, baby.
Anyways, yeah.
You're good. Summer and winter, you're fine.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything else you would like to have either gone back and bought or would like to find in Fjordgard?
No, I don't think so. I mean, did anyone need anything else? Everyone have healing potions? At
I
least
think I
one or
might be
two.
okay.
Because I don't. God knows what will come up.
2 healing potions. Looks
Okay,
like.
cool. I have 3. Plus, I can also heal, and so can he.
I can heal, and I have
Or I have cure wounds at least, so some healing.
I think you did buy some before you left. I thought you bought like 5 or 6.
Yeah, I bought.
We did.
I dispersed some of them.
I just wanted to make sure that we had them because we did encounter a big worm and big bullet.
I'll give how about this? I'll give each of you just a regular potion of healing from my inventory.
How many do you have?
I have 6.
Jeez.
I keep buying them. I had 6 and I had 3 greater, and I can also heal a bunch.
Oh wow. Okay, so
I'm good.
another.
I give each of you 1 potion of healing.
Okay, we'll have to restock
have
up
3.
for. Cool. Perfect. How do I add more equipment? Potion of healing. Healer's kit. Oh, interesting. Cool. They also have healer's kits. Interesting.
Yep, that's for stabilizing. That's not for.
Yeah,
that
no,
can stabilize the combat situation.
There's so much stuff to like see.
Yep.
You know. Cool. Okay, so add potion of healing. Cool. Okay, I think we're set. I think we got lots of stuff.
All right.
I think I'm personally set.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good as well.
Shall we have a meal and then maybe travel?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Might as
Now
well
that
head
we've
off.
chopped.
Okay, you meet in Fjordgard and begin your travel. At this point that you leave, it will be dark by the time you reach. By the time you reach Northgard, you have the choice to just camp for the night. It basically takes the full 8 hours to make that trek between the 2 cities. So you have a choice to just do the whole trek and just arrive after dark, or stop and rest. I will leave that up to you guys.
We want to just go.
If we can rest when we get there, then yeah.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
can rest when we get
You can absolutely rest when you get there. That's. I mean, if you want to push on, you can also push on. I won't stop you from doing that, but you can absolutely rest when you get
I think we do that.
Bless you.
Excuse me. Let's rest when we get there.
there. All right. So you arrive at Northgard after dark, and this city is actually really impressive because there's basically it's about 1.5 miles gap between the base of a mountain, like a cliffside, a sheer cliff, and the ocean. And the ocean is again a sheer cliff. And this gap, the road leads up to it, and there's just this giant wall. And as you approach, you realize that this giant wall is Northgard. So it has this massively thick wall on both sides. It's essentially a city built within a ginormous chunk of wall. That basically blocks north-south travel unless you were to venture into the mountain around the city. So all trade, all easy passage from the north to the south is basically stopped here. And you can also see
and the ocean.
yeah, so there's a mountain that's basically been carved into, so it's a sheer cliff face, and then there's a wall that goes across, and then there's a sheer drop off to the ocean, another cliff that drops into the ocean, and the mile to mile and a half, it's about a mile and a half, is spanned by this. It's probably a mile deep, if not more, just wall that just towers down upon you. And you can see that as you approach, there's actually a indent in the outer surface of the wall where people are patrolling. There is a patrol on the wall, and people are able to pass each other. It's wide enough. But it's in like the midsection of the wall where they're patrolling. You do get some peculiar looks having arrived after dark, but you're not really questioned at the gate. But you are quickly ushered in.
Nice.
Perfect.
Ushered in.
The guards as we're coming out. Are we passing guards?
Yeah. Yep, there are guards.
You know any good taverns or inns for weary travelers to rest at?
Ah, well, sure. You can always, stay out in the forest. It's an option. It's the cheap option.
Not preferable.
And
Forest doesn't exactly have turn down service.
The there's the Scoundrel's Roost. It's on the other side of the city, at the northern gate, and there's the Green Cup,
say that
which
again?
is so there's the Scoundrel's Roost, which is towards the north end, the northern gate of the city, and then there's the Green Cup, which is closer to the southern gate.
Green Cup.
Cup.
Alternatively, should we? How if we were to say, visit Lofbermar,
Will he remember us?
would he remember us?
Hey,
Possibly.
our buddy, the king.
Yeah, I mean, we met him.
He would be another. So, roll a history check.
Okay. What did I put? Oh, I've been wearing my rolling bowl on my head this whole time. Oh my god, I forgot it was there.
That is
A
fantastic.
15.
15, okay.
Oh man,
Pretty good.
I rolled a natural 1 for history.
Okay.
I'm at 18.
18.
That's
Okay.
a great start.
Yeah,
That
so
one-
Sleeve and Casimir, you know that the entrance to the Kingdom of Icemeat, like you're in the Kingdom of Icemeat having passed into Northgard. But for the actual dwarven stronghold, the dwarf home, Icemeat, It's probably a day's trek into the mountain.
Mm. So he's there, a day's trek away.
Right. Like you would assume that he's in his city. He's not. And that, yeah. And again, that's assuming he's not out.
Northgard, not Icemeat. Okay.
Yeah,
But Northgard is part of the Kingdom of Icemeat,
that is correct.
and Fjordgard's not.
That is correct. Fjordgard is independent. Northgard is part of Ice. This makes it too easy to drink J&Ts.
Are we
This cup is
entering?
so pretty.
I'm assuming we're entering from the southern gate.
You are entering from the southern gate, yes.
Let's maybe try the green cup then, if it's late and it's the closest one.
That's what I'm thinking.
Sounds good to me.
All right, so you guys head to the Green Cup. The Green Cup is an unassuming bar and inn and tavern. It's actually quite nice as you go along the road. There are many goods shops, especially of like statues and other dwarven works on your way there. And the Green Cup itself is, again, it looks to be part of the wall as well. So some of the other shops are like wood. Some of them are stone. The vast majority of buildings here are stone and just look to be like... So, Casimir, you would know, because you're a dwarf and you have this knowledge as you walk through this town, that everything here is like stone brick. But just looking at everything, you wouldn't be able to tell that it was stone bricks that made these items. The stone is inherently flawless, and it almost looks as though everything was just carved out of a single chunk. And even the walls, when you approached, you didn't see any like bricks. It looked like a solid stone wall in front of you. Just
Expert craftsmanship.
Yeah, there's like no cracks between rocks. Everything is like it's seamless. This is definitely the work of high dwarven craftsmen. And so this tavern is like a solid block of stone. You guys walk in, there's a warm fire burning. And you're greeted by the innkeeper. He goes, well, hello there, travelers. My name is Aelin. Aelin. Like, let's get some Aelin, you lad.
Aelin. I like that name.
Indeed. So what'll it be then? What can I do for you?
With a name like that, I think we gotta go for some ale, as well as rooms, maybe, if you have any for the night.
I've got a few rooms, yes. How many will you be needing?
At least 3.
At least 3.
I always forget how many we say.
We're 6 of us. So
It comes up every night, but I think it was 3, right?
I can provide 3 rooms for you. He shuffles around.
with at least 6 beds if possible.
Oh, that's easy. Most of these rooms have bunk beds or double bunks, so that is not an issue at all. Will you be wanting adjoining rooms or separate rooms? Or distant rooms?
Maybe close as we can get.
Oh, sure, I can do that. Actually, we do have, let's see, we have 2 adjoining and 1 individual across the hall. The total for, how long will you be staying?
For now, maybe just a night.
Yeah, I would say just a night for now.
Just a night, 3 rooms, that'll be 6 silver, if you will. Breakfast is included. Dinner will be, for the 6 of you, another 6 silver.
Great.
You can just eat that.
So total 1
So I'll
gold,
just pay.
2 silver, or 12 silver.
I'll just pay 12 silver.
Excellent.
Perfect.
Oh, thanks, Catherine.
He accepts.
Yeah.
All right. Excellent. Well, thank you. Here are your room keys. He hands over the keys. There's a bit of a set menu tonight. I apologize. Our chef has gotten a little ahead of himself. He's, well, I won't get into it. Anyways, so the options are, and do tell the lovely barman waiter when you see him. There's a baked pheasant with coriander and poached eggs, a roasted dragon and millet bread. It's not actually dragon. It's not dragon. Okay. Roasted mutton and dried lentils. And there's braised dragon and poached eggs. It's not real dragon.
Can I insight check to see if
Yeah, roll an insight.
is it really not dragon? Ugh. That's a 23.
23. It is most definitely not dragon, and the innkeeper is just tired of people asking him where he got dragon meat.
Mhm.
He's just like, it's not.
Kind
It's
of
not
one of
dragon.
those, but buffaloes don't have wings kind of a thing.
Yeah, exactly that.
Gotcha.
He's like, it's not. It causes him internal pain and suffering every time somebody asks him about the dragon,
Oof.
and so he's just heading it off. He doesn't want to hear it. It's not dragon.
Think I'll try some of the dragon then. Why not? The
Well,
not
tell
dragon.
your waiter.
Hmm.
He'll be around. Actually, as a matter of Ned, he just shouts the name. Ned, get over here. A halfling comes by. Hi, sir. What can I do for you? These folks are in rooms 4, 6, and 5. Get their stuff up there, and they also have an order for dinner. Take their order and get their stuff up there. And find them a table. And Ned goes, indeed, indeed, indeed. And he takes out a small pen and a parchment. What do you have?
I'll do the roasted mutton and dry lentils, please.
Yep. Mutton and lentils. Okay, next.
Or whatever the last dragon dish was.
Well, the dragon and the eggs or the dragon and the bread?
Dragon and bread.
Dragon and bread. Okay. Next.
I'll go for the egg dish with quote unquote dragon.
Dragon and eggs. Okay, cool. Not the
Yes.
peasant. Peasant. Whatever. And as he says, the peasant with the eggs, the innkeeper again just groans and just not a peasant. Not a peasant, Ned. We didn't cook a person.
Peasant in it. Oh no.
In short order, he takes everybody else's order. Slenway ends up with the baked peasant. And he scampers off with your belongings, your rooms, just leaving you there with Aelin, and he just stares after Ned, and he's like, "Well, I guess I'm doing everything right this way." And he takes you guys to the common room of the inn is like, it's bustling. There is an open table that's big enough to sit everybody, and he gets you guys set, and he says, "If you need anything, the barkeep is my brother, Alan." I know. We're
Aelin and Alan?
Aelin and Alan.
Okay.
Yes. Just call her for him and ask him if you need it.
Sounds good.
Anyways, I'll be making sure you get in something. And he walks off. A short while later, a very similar dwarf, this one dressed in like an apron that has like a splash of like something on it, comes over with just 6 tankards and sets them all down and says, "Enjoy, food will be out soon." And then goes back.
Thank you.
You guys have made it to the city of Northgard. Based on your previous history checks, I will tell you that Northgard is basically the surface city for the Kingdom of Icemead. It is the it's basically the public face for the Kingdom of Icemead. Rarely do people go all the way up into the actual dwarven home unless by invite, unless they're dwarves. And usually, even if they're dwarves, they usually either live there or have an invite or family or something. You don't just wander in. Town leadership is a council appointed leader that head or a council appointed head of the council. Crown appointed
Council.
leader of the council, but there is a council.
Mm.
Council is 4 members. The leader makes the 5th. There is 2 taverns, the Temple of the Forge Warden, a temple for the Forge Warden, a Temple of Judgment, a Champions Arena, a general store, and other craftsman stores. And actually, both of you would have known this. Northgard is famous for the craftsman's market. And as you guys look around, you see a lot of the people in here are those craftsmen, and you realize you just walked a section of that craftsman's market to get to this tavern. So this tavern is part of the craftsman's market. Yeah. And that's like the general, that's what you
You
would
say, what did you say at the beginning about people not really going out of the city? Or going north for something?
What do you mean?
You said something at the beginning about going out into the mountains? Or am I totally misremembering?
So people don't usually go to the actual city of Icemead unless
Okay, yeah.
they basically belong. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why Northgard exists. It's the hub.
So most people who come to Icemead, the kingdom, come to Northgard.
Correct. Yes. And that's why there's such like that's why the artisan market is there. That's why so all of Northgard's trade goes through all of Icemead's trade goes through Northgard.
Yeah.
Because Northgard is like in a mountain somewhere, so it's like very tough to access even. So that's why they built the surface city, and the other reason is they were guarding the north-south passage, which is a very critical point because actually, yeah, this would also fall in under the history. So a lot of weird magical monsters would come from the north. And the north was just generally unexplored. It's wildly untamed. And so in order to kind of protect themselves and chunks of the south, Northgard was built, and that's why it's called Northgard. It's literally guarding from the north.
Mm. Okay. And if we look at the map of the kingdom, do we know, are we going to have to like pass Icemead to get to the ice fields?
I mean, technically, you're passing Icemead through Northgard. Like, you don't know, you wouldn't know exactly in the mountains where it is, but you do know it's in the mountain range that you're going past.
So it's kind of like east of.
Yeah, it's somewhere east. Yeah.
And we would probably just be going straight north.
Correct. If you follow the road, you'd be going straight.
Okay. So we're not necessarily passing through ice meat.
Correct.
Interesting. Love to visit sometime, but not sure if it's in the cards or not for this trip.
Maybe on the way back.
Maybe on the way back. Yeah.
Yeah. So is there anything in particular? Oh, food comes. It's delicious.
It's delicious. Perfect.
Everybody who ordered
How's
the
the
dragon,
dragon?
I'd like you to roll a Constitution saving
Saving throw.
throw.
Bad.
For just the dragon, right?
Just the
Yeah.
dragon. Yep.
Want to fail it.
Okay, cool.
That's an 18.
say 9.
9. Okay.
Oof.
What'd you get, Catherine?
18.
18. Okay. So with an
Hearty
18,
Constitution.
I'll do you first because it's more entertaining. You get like this shiver down your spine as you're eating, like it gives you like little tingle. It tastes delicious. It tastes amazing. It's very exotic taste. It's great. It's like eating horse. Blaze. It feels like you stuck your tongue on a 9-volt battery. Like you've eaten half of it and you're taking another bite, and you just have like you just feel like weird like electricity all through. Like it's like you drank like 4 energy drinks all at once. Like it's like your heart starts racing and you're like, oh, like what is going on? And then you get that like you just stuck your tongue on a 9-volt feeling.
Well, this is a particular.
I'd like you to
flavor.
both of you
delicious.
roll a survival check.
Good.
Yeah, just survival.
Jesus Christ.
Very good.
Survival.
8.
What'd you get, Blaze?
Oh no.
One again.
Cool.
Please, did you roll one again?
Oh no.
Did you get a 1?
Oh no.
Not one.
Okay.
For a nice, a sweet 4 total.
Okay.
But not one.
Yeah, so you neither of you are able to place what this meat actually is.
God. It's definitely not dragon.
But it is definitely not dragon.
So besides the electrical battery sensation, does it have a
Oh, it's
Flavor?
amazing. Yeah. No, it's delicious. It is
I
very,
have
very
put
good.
a 9-volt battery on my tongue before, so
Yeah.
I do know what that feels like.
Yeah. If you haven't done it, don't do
I
it.
don't think I've done that.
Don't do it.
No,
Don't
wasn't planning on
do
it.
Can't recommend.
Isn't that what they specifically don't tell you to do?
Do
Yeah, I'm
not-
pretty sure that's
Whatever you do,
can't
don't do this.
on that one.
Great description, because I do know what that feels like.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's funny because a lot of people seem to know what that feels like, but not the same number of people have put a 9-volt on their tongue. It's very interesting.
Suspicious.
It's a very interesting two different values. But anyways, okay, you guys spend the night. Did you guys post a watch or anything over the night?
I'll do my alarm spell
Okay.
on the door.
Okay, perfect. I will need you all to roll a con save as the next morning dawns bright and early.
Dave. Oh, not as good. 13.
That's a 10.
Between 10
Wait, what am I
okay?
rolling?
A con save.
Another one.
Yep.
For what? What was the con save for?
You woke up in the morning, so you're rolling a con save.
Oh. That's about right, isn't it? 21.
21, okay. Yeah, you guys feel fine. You feel great.
You
Yeah.
say 21?
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
Yeah, really killing it on the con save for waking up.
Damn.
Yeah.
Nice.
Best sleep of my life after I got electrocuted
Yeah.
by my dinner.
Apparently, it helped you sleep really well. There's some really good dragon meat. Not dragon meat.
Oh, dragon.
All right. The day is yours. You can head out. You can choose to set out on foot. You can choose to set out on horseback because you still have your horses. It's up to you.
Oh, respect for show.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's the whole last point of horses. to
All
ride
right.
them.
You
Are the
exit.
horses like equipped for winter?
Uh,
Weatherize
yes.
our
As
horses.
part of
Yeah,
the
I mean,
gear that you bought, you
Like-
bought.
chain hooves or something.
Didn't we buy them armor or something? I thought.
You
We
bought them gear.
Something like, yeah.
So
gear.
you got like plenty of blankets
Okay.
and stuff for your horses. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That might be where I mistakenly assumed that you also bought yourself clothing, but no, you just bought your horses clothes.
Yeah.
Not
that it made their AC any higher, but you know.
But they look good in leg warmers.
They do. They do.
I will put that in horse clothes. I'm gonna put that
Horse
in my
clothes?
list. Horse clothes. Other possession.
No, it's part of your horse gear. So out of your whole horse gear, you do have like cold weather gear for your horse was in that price.
Okay.
Mhm.
Stellar.
All right, so you guys go through the town, exit, and you are now in the ice reaches. The dwarves at the gate as you exit say, "Well, we don't know your business, but good luck out there. I hope you find what you're looking for and you get where you're going." Yeah, no, they're just wishing you
Appreciate that.
well. Just standard
Do
wishing you well.
you get many travelers passing this way?
Travelers with wagons and goods, yes. Travelers who are just travelers, no.
Surprising, you'd think you'd be more people looking for adventures.
The guards just look at you. And the second one goes, "I used to be an adventurer like you. And then I took an arrow in the knee."
Got married.
Ugh.
Oh
Well,
man.
regrettable, but I confident we won't face the same fate. Hope to see you
Yeah.
back in a couple days.
And are you guys heading to Argonaut Point?
Oh, do I know what that is? Do we know what that is?
You know what? Roll another history check.
Not so good.
we
Anybody else know
all-
what that is?
I'll roll
Nat
too.
20.
Nat 20. Oh,
There we
nice.
go.
Oh, what did I get?
Look at
I got another 21.
21. Nice.
Nice.
No, wait, hold on. Did I do that math right?
Did you do that math right?
Yes, I mathed correctly.
Excellent. What did you get, Casimir?
10.
10.
Big 10.
Okay, yeah, you actually, all of you would know vaguely that it's Argonaut Point, very specifically, and that it's located in the north.
How do you spell that? ARGONAUCH. Argonaut. So you know it is in somewhere in the north regions. Blaze, you would additionally know that it is about a day and a half to 2 days horse ride northeast of Icemead, or of Northgard, sorry, of Northgard. Yeah, northeast. Okay. Let's leave.
how deep into the lore of Argonaut Point would you like me to go?
Yes.
Okay. So tell me when to stop.
Okay.
Argonaut Point is actually two cities. It's a pair of cities in the shadow of a mountain called Mount Argonaut, which is actually a volcano that is smoking. It's a slumbering volcano, but it still smokes from the top occasionally. There's two cities. There is Antroven on the west and Bremen on the east. In between the two cities is a lake. So the mountain is to the north, lake is to the south of the mountain, and in the foot of the mountain on either side of the lake is Antroven and Bremen. There is a raging ship trade on there, but more importantly, and this is what you would actually probably know the most about, is that both towns are very notable for the spirits distilled there. And large portions of both towns are dedicated to distilling. The liquor they produce is known as Argonia, and it can only be produced in Argonaut Point. So only the liquor distilled in this fashion in Argonaut Point is called Argonia.
So like not scientifically, but like champagne-y, like
It would be pretty
DOC
much,
protection
yeah, basically. Yep.
legally.
Yep. That's exactly it. The spirit is becoming more and more popular in the South as it spreads. The process is like a generally well kept secret because they don't want people in the South knowing how to make it. But it's generally known that evergreen needles and pine sap are some of the components. There is a yearly competition for the title of Prime Argonia, and the winning vintage gets marked as such. So every year that vintage from that distillery is marked as Prime Argonia. Many different distilleries have held the title at one point or another. The current champion and most well known is Nakatar. It has won 27 times in the past 124 years, which is the lifetime of the liquor. No other distillery has won this many times. It is located just within the inner wall of Antroven. And on the Nakatar bottles is a very exotically dressed, very almost naked drow female holding a bottle seductively. That is what's on the bottle.
Classy.
Of Nakatar's victories, 5 of them have come in the last 10 years, 12 in the last 20. So they're increasingly dominant. The competition, called Argonia Con, is held the week of winter solstice and lasts the whole week. Nakatar is looking for their 3rd consecutive win.
And is that coming up?
You guys are between harvest and winter solstice right now, yes.
Nice.
I have to look at my timeline, but you're somewhere in there. I have to look up the timeline for the exact date you guys are at. Yeah, because you're like 3 weeks off the Harvest Festival. 3-4 weeks off the Harvest Festival. Possibly 4 weeks off the Harvest Festival. Yeah, that's Argonia. Or that's Argonaut.
Nice.
Yes.
I relay the information about Argonia Con.
Casimir
in
is
the week of
intrigued.
winter solstice.
Sounds like a good time.
thinking.
maybe best case scenario, we wrap this up quick and have a time to hit that up before we head down south.
Sounds great.
Though, is that insensitive while people are
I mean, it might cost you materials. Unless you can find a way to send everything ahead of you. And also, the longer you're gone, the more likely it is that the... so, just based on the demeanor of the council when you were being chastised, the longer you're gone, the higher the chance that they put a bounty on your heads.
on a
Yes. Because they...
ungrateful
Well, they kind of sent you off into the wilds to cure something. They don't know if you're coming back. They're hoping you come back, but at some point, people will start getting ill and / or dying, and at that point, they will start getting desperate, and things won't be as good for you guys.
We need to take our talents to South Beach. They're going to be ungrateful.
I don't think they'd be ungrateful as much as trying to not all die.
Yeah.
Mm,
Well,
potato.
have more faith in us.
But yeah, hey, that's what you know.
Okay, cool.
Are we going? It's not our primary goal up north, but Argonaut Point is seems like an interesting place, especially out in the reaches amongst all the dangers we keep being told about.
And is that where the reagents are going to be?
What's the question? Sorry.
I was just wondering if Argonaut is
ice
where we're supposed to go for these reagents.
I think they're in and around the area that Argonaut is in. So I think it's
yeah.
they're somewhere around the ice reaches.
Okay.
Ooh. A minute. Sorry, not actually. Wait a minute.
So yeah, it's
I
up to
think that's
you
where
whether
it's
you
going.
set off. I mean, Slima goes, well, it looks like we have two-ish options. We can either set off in a random direction and hope for the best, or we can go to Argonaut Point and see if they can help, because maybe they'd know more because they're actually in the north and they're not, like, they're regional.
That is true. That we know by name the creatures we're seeking, but and by general description of appearance, but it's not like we know where they are or where they like to congregate around or what their habits are, if they're nocturnal or maybe worth, instead of stumbling around the entire breadth of the ice reaches, finding somebody that can give us more information.
I think that makes
we have
most
some
sense.
guards. How far away is this Argonaut?
Argonaut is gonna do, it's like day and a half, maybe 2 days, depending on how hard you ride and how the weather holds. You might be able to make it a day, but it's probably gonna take you 2.
What can you remind us what day are we on?
You're on day 7. This is the morning of day 7.
And we figured like a month before people start dying?
Yes.
Like 30 days?
So each month is exactly 4 weeks. Because I don't believe in having bullshit extra days. Sorry, did I say that? Yeah. Each month, yeah. So the way this calendar is set up, if you, I don't know if you have your handout paper or not, but the way the calendar is set up is so that, do I have it in here? Yeah. Okay. Here we go. So each season has 3 months. Each month has 30 days, and then spring equinox, all the equinoxes and solstice stand on their own day. And every third year there's like a and then there's midsummer. So midsummer is its own day, and then there's Evermeet, which is the leap year extra bonus day.
Mm.
So yeah. So that's the 6 extra days. They stand alone, they don't belong to any month.
So there are 6 extra days.
That don't belong to any month. Yeah. And as I'm looking at this, so the Harvest Festival occurs in Folios, usually mid Folios. So this puts you in that puts your time frame at about mid Robunda or Robuda, which is the month before the winter solstice. So actually, you might well hit this festival. The Argonia Con.
And they can put people in stasis to
Buy you some extra time, sure.
but
that costs
not
money
like
and
5,000 people.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'd say it's about so at this point it's about 2 weeks to the winter solstice. Plus a couple of days.
But it's been a week, so then that would give us like what, a week to get back?
No. This point that you're at, at this point it has been a month since the Harvest Festival.
Oh,
Yeah, because it was about three weeks, if I remember correctly, because there was a Harvest Festival, and then you went to Hill Garden, spent about a week in Hill Garden, then you spent about a week back in Ariath doing investigations and stuff, and now you've maybe a week and a half in Ariath. Yeah, because the break-in was during the Harvest Festival, the Harvest Ball. So then you spent the next about a week
Oh yeah.
in Hill Garden. Then you spent the next, it was like a week and a half to 2 weeks in Ariath hunting down the Inquisitor / Jane and dealing with that situation. And then you've traveled for a week. So yeah.
Okay, but it's been a week since the explosion.
Yeah, it has been a week since the explosion. Yes.
And takes what 28 to 30-ish days before it becomes lethal, before it develops into lethality? Or is that before it reaches the first stage where symptoms begin to manifest?
So-
Because also I'm now remembering we are infected and will begin to exhibit symptoms at some point.
Yes.
Yes, you are.
Which is
Good
not
thing we
great.
have horses. But at the
Um,
same time, we could probably also maybe, I don't know. We got to make, I don't know. Is the medicine like, does it?
I don't know if we don't really know how to make it. And I have a note
Yeah,
that
it's
says
true.
it lasts, after extraction, it lasts 7 days.
Yes. So
We
you have
want that
7
bag
days
of
to use it.
holding to put it into.
Okay.
So
Is that 7 days in the bag of holding, or
it's 7 days normally. In the bag of holding, you might be able to get an extra week maybe out of it. So another 7
it's like
days.
2 weeks?
Cool.
Okay, so
So we have 2 weeks to get up and find the stuff, 2 weeks to bring it back. It's been a
it takes weeks, like 2 to 3 weeks, for any symptoms to begin showing.
2 to 3 weeks.
Yes. Then after 2 to 3 weeks, So each stage takes about 3 days. Each stage of the illness takes about 3 days to a week, depending on the constitution and maybe luck and immune system and a myriad of other factors for it to go on. So the earliest people will start getting ill is like 3 weeks in, and it'll start off as a normal illness, and then it'll just get progressively worse. So the first like 2-3 stages, the first 2 stages, as you would know, the first stage is cough, fatigue, and it would be reflected as +1 level of exhaustion that does not go away after a long rest, or it goes away and gets re-added in the morning, basically.
And I don't know if it would magical healing would help that.
Um,
It seems like it wouldn't. Can I infer from the fact that we couldn't really?
so you can kind of treat the symptoms, but there's a point at which you can't. You can't
Okay.
keep up with the symptoms, essentially.
Sure. Yeah.
Stage 2 is when the fever, the weakness, and the second level of exhaustion kick in. Stage 3 is people can only be awake for 8 hours per day, and the third level of exhaustion. Stage 4 is you can only be awake for 4 hours per day, and your fourth level of exhaustion. And then stage 5 is coma, and then you have several weeks, and then death. And that's if you're lucky and maybe have money to keep caring for, because you also have to think about the resources of the city, because the city is definitely not going to make everybody pay for their own care, because
We have good healthcare.
yeah, this is a
Imagine.
crisis. Imagine caring about your citizenship. Also, did you know in Scotland they send every pregnant mom a little care package every time they have a baby? Yes, that's how cool Scotland is. Anyways,
That's so nice.
yeah, it's either Scotland or Wales, but it really doesn't matter because it's pretty much the same thing, and it's awesome. But anyways, moving on.
After the coma, it's like 2 to 3 weeks before they.
Yeah, so an additional 2 to 3 weeks. So the first death at the shortest is going to be like 3 weeks plus 1 week, 2 week. So the first death is going to be like 6 weeks out. Like,
Question about the infection timeline.
yes.
When the explosion happened and we were exposed, was that when we were around the guys what had the plague doctor masks?
Yes.
Okay, because I had one of those on.
You did. But you also took poison damage during that fight, right? Or you were attacked by something with, I believe you had to make a con save for poison.
And
If I'm not
I
mistaken.
think we all were
At
definitely
least hit by one poisoned attack, yeah. Okay, so beneath the covers, between the confrontation where you saved Jane and the time you fought the Inquisitor, all of you had at least one attack of poison in that time period.
Right.
Mhm.
Yep.
So,
Because they kept
Oh,
freaking
man.
trying again.
yep,
That's true.
that is correct.
Rude. So rude.
Okay, so we're thinking worst case 6 weeks between exposure and when people start dying, and it's been 7 days.
Yeah, it has been 1 week.
1 week.
That being
5
said, it's probably like 4 weeks before panic. Before people
And
start
also, we got to
picking
take into
up on.
account how we're going to start
Yep.
weakening.
Yep.
So it's not like we can roll up and like 5
Just
weeks
chill for a little while,
and be
yeah.
in a coma. And ideally we're better, more robust than the average person, but
Sure.
I guess that's not a guarantee.
That's
Yeah, I'm
right.
keeping my plague doctor mask.
Okay,
just
well,
in
good to
case.
know. So we know where we're at now.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I
So
think
let's
we
get fighting, I guess.
maybe we can. Seems like we can afford a couple days to go to Argonaut, and if it will cut time off our search for these creatures.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I agree.
Sounds good to me.
All right. So you guys set off to Argonaut. Who is leading?
Mhm.
What kind of terrain are we in?
You are in Ice Tundra.
Okay.
Ice
Mm.
tundra mountains.
No, Ice Tundra. Period. Ice Tundra. End of statement.
Oh,
Ice Tundra. Stop.
I
okay.
guess since I'm the, I won't have advantage necessarily, but I am a ranger, so can I? Sorry, 1 second. I just want to look at my features and traits really quick. I forget stuff. I have anything specific that is helpful here, but okay, I can just be in front. Since
Okay. Roll a survival check. Please.
I can assist.
Roll a survival check with advantage.
Oh, good, thank you. Probably need it given my rolls today. Couple nat ones is not a way to go. Okay, that's pretty good. We got a 19.
19.
Thank you
Okay.
for the assist.
Yeah, you actually make very good time on the first day. Let me just roll a quick thing. Okay, yeah, you make great time on the first day. Perhaps a little more than expected. As it gets closer and closer to evening, you guys have been traveling for 8 hours. You can choose to push harder at the risk of possible exhaustion, or you can pack it in. Okay.
You said we spent the whole day traveling?
8 hours, yeah. You did an 8 hour travel.
Okay. What time of the day is it now?
At this point, it would be so you started at like 8 in the morning, so it'd be like 4 in the evening. And it is actually getting dark.
Can I have cast aid on us three?
Sure.
Well, isn't it all six of us? Or is it just three of us?
Well, I can do it on 3 people.
Oh, I see.
You know what? I'll
Hey.
cast it twice. I will cast aid twice. It's not a concentration spell. So I'll hit 6 people. And that will raise all our hit points by 5 for 8 hours.
Nice.
Cool.
Just in case.
Okay.
You know what? I'll do it at 3rd level. So we all get for the day 10 extra hit points.
For the night? Or is it
For 8 hours. I don't know. Maybe I'll do it like after breakfast.
Okay, so for the travel time, you guys get an extra 10
travel time.
Okay. All right. No problem.
You
No
said-
problem.
10 hit points or 5?
10 each.
Cool.
Nice.
Pretty awesome. Okay.
I haven't used that one before. That's fun.
You said it's 4 p.m. or 4 a.m.?
4 p.m. at this point.
Oh, okay.
It's getting dark.
Yep,
Getting
and it
dark.
is getting dark.
Could we like what are we looking at in terms of like terrain near us? Like what?
The
Are there trees? Are there
it is flat.
somewhere?
It is relatively
Small.
barren. There is scrub. Have you ever been through Kansas?
Ugh.
It's snow,
Kill me.
Kansas.
No, but I live in Texas.
no.
It's pretty flat here, so I can imagine.
No, Kansas is literally my idea of what hell must be like.
Yes. That is what you're looking at. There
Got
is
it.
scrub. There is.
But make it ice.
Yeah, but it's cold. And actually, speaking
is
of the
it-
cold,
So is it like the cold or frosty part of 7 Days to Die, just like barren?
yeah, except for more barren, less trees.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, let's see here. It actually starts getting a little bit
Imagine the
nippier.
word desolate.
Yeah,
Got it.
desolate is great.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a light wind, nothing too bad, nothing to write home about. But as you do get to evening, it does begin to snow.
Well, this is a bummer.
It does begin snowing. The sun is obscured by clouds, and so as it is 4 o'clock, it's actually getting pretty dark. Thankfully, half the party has night vision. Actually, the whole party might have night vision or dark vision. I mean,
I do.
Cleve, do you have dark vision?
Let me double check. Features and traits. I do not.
Oh, okay. So everybody but Sleeve can still see as far as like the darkness is concerned, because there's not really that much snow yet. Yeah. So this is the point you're at. You guys have been making good time. You've traveled more than you would expect to. You have the option to continue on and travel for, maybe 4 more hours or however much you want. You can stop here and rest for the night and set up camp. Those are the 2 options. Those are the options. Those are always the options. Is do we go forward or do we stay up?
So do we make camp or do we wander through the dark in a snowstorm with no discernible landmarks to base our position off of?
Obviously, we should camp.
Yep.
I agree.
I mean, you do have a compass. I believe somebody in your party does have navigational gear. I hope somebody in your party has navigational gear.
A compass.
Don't want to risk it. We've been rolling bad.
I have a compass, but I feel like we should not travel in the dark.
Alright.
We can just
You-
maybe travel a little bit, increase speed tomorrow. Maybe.
Well, you guys made good time. That's why I was offering additional. I mean, you can always go further tomorrow or faster tomorrow if you want, but
Yeah.
all right. So you guys set up camp. Do you set up?
Is the snow? Sorry, go on.
Oh no, go say what you're.
I was just gonna say for tomorrow is the snow hard to get through?
It
movement-wise?
hasn't really begun sticking. It's a very light.
Okay.
It's just some flurry level.
So it would not make it difficult for us to walk through.
Not yet. No.
Okay, good to know.
I also have a hands of flame that I can melt shit with if I need
Mhm,
to.
mhm.
Nice. Helpful.
I do have that.
Very, very helpful.
A giant blade that is covered in flames as well. So
All right. So you guys rest for the night. Do you want to role play hunting, cooking, guarding? You can also say
Yeah, I
no.
mean-
You can always say no to these questions.
I
Can I,
mean, we
There's not a
probably
lot
need
to
to do
hunt out
watch. Yeah, we probably need to do a watch because of, being
Sure.
intense in the middle of a
bears.
snowstorm. Ice bears, yeah.
All
Or just
right.
yeah.
Any burning questions that we need answered from some omniscient source of information? Like, is there anything we're concerned about? You know, I guess whether or not we will find somebody who knows how to locate ice spirits. But is there anything else
Are you
we
trying to
want
use
to
your
know?
spell slots before we long rest?
Yeah, but it's. I mean,
Just
because I have
casually.
now, but also, if we had any information, I can now ask questions of deities. So
Ooh.
we could, if we have any questions, I could try to commune with the knowing mistress. Is that her name?
Well, it's a librarian.
The library. Okay.
She's also the one who knows, the bookkeeper.
I think I might be. Is that what they call it in Critical Role?
Yeah, the knowing mistress is what they call
Am I
it.
missing up? Am I mixing up my?
You are. It's okay. Knowing mistress, I think,
Yeah.
is allowed because it's used in CR, and CR is not. CR is separate.
Mm-hmm. I'll cast commune. Why not? I'll sit off while we're waiting at night, and I will try to commune with my deity.
Okay. What do you ask?
I have 3 questions I could ask. First, I will ask, is there anyone in Argonaut that can help us locate ice spirits?
This is commune, right?
I'm casting commune. Yeah.
Let me double check what I can say. I always forget.
I had a correct answer, but they could answer unclear if the knowledge is outside.
Okay, it's yes or no or yes.
Yeah, I think it's like yes or no.
So you feel that feeling after you've pondered something, you get an idea. It's like that wash of that idea. Yes.
Like finally solving the answer to a problem or something, like a math problem.
Yes.
I'll ask as well, have we eradicated the main cult threat in Ariath? Current threat in Ariath.
Current threat in area. The feeling like you have the answer finally retracts a little bit and becomes a little muddy. Like you need to ponder some more. So you're not sure. Oh wait, it has to be a yes or a no, right?
It could be if the deity doesn't necessarily know. They could say,
yeah, okay,
they don't know.
So it's unclear to you.
Okay, well that's an answer there. It's outside of our purview. And then I have one more question, and I don't really know what to answer or ask. So I will ask: are you happy with me and my progress?
The feeling once more extends, like you've gained the answer, and it feels pretty positive.
That makes me happy. And I will stop concentrating on my amulet.
All right. The spell fades and the thoughts fade out. You are kind of returned to your cold present. As the night progresses, it warms a little. Like the wind increases, but the wind is from the south, so it brings a little bit more warmth to it. The snow does. It's a little more than flurries now. It's beginning to stick, but it does not really get any worse than that. I will need a watch order if you guys are setting a watch for the night. And then,
I can go first.
I'll do my alarm around the camp as well. But,
okay.
Yeah.
And then Sleeve, you're going first?
Mhm.
Okay, so since it's the three of you guys, and since there's 6 total, you can pick, you and a partner, or, you can pick each other, whatever you desire to do. So I'll let you guys pick the full who goes when. So if you want to have watch with each other, you can have watch with each other. If you don't want to have watch with each other, wow, ugh, you don't have to. I need more gin. That's the solution.
Always the solution. I'm feeling introspective, so maybe I'll do it on my own.
Okay. So
I'll be.
I can-
What, Sleeve is first, you said?
Mhm.
I can go somewhere in the middle.
I'll take watch with Selenway if she's not too busy.
Okay, yeah.
She wants
Slenway
to hop on first shift.
totally joins you.
Nice.
Fuck yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Protect the camp from ice bear.
Say again?
We're gonna protect the camp from the ice bears.
Yeah, exactly. We gotta find. Fine. All right. Roll a perception with advantage.
All right, that is a 17, and that is a 16. So let's go with 17.
17. All right. Yeah, between the two of you, it's a calm, relatively quiet night. As I said, it warms up a bit, just from the stronger wind blowing from the south. The snow does increase slightly, but not significantly so. And yeah, there's that's, unless you wanted to say anything or have a conversation with Slenway, that is your watch.
Yeah. I'm good.
All right.
All set.
Awesome. Okay, so next up is Blaze.
Me.
Go ahead and roll. As Gaiman will join you
Okay.
on this watch.
What am I rolling for?
You are rolling perception with advantage.
All right. Yeah, pretty good. We're gonna go for 22.
22.
Nice.
Okay, with a 22. Yeah, no, you are still, it's a very calm, quiet night. Surprisingly so, actually. You guys haven't really set up anything to draw any predators, so you guys are good to go. You haven't attracted any attention from anything that you don't want to, and as you watch, you also try to, hide your camp a little bit, make it a little tougher to find, even if something does, you do attract somebody's attention. And that is your watch. Last up is going to be Casimir and Ayana. And Ayana will join you just so you have advantage on your perception.
Sure. I'm going to use my channel divinity to give me proficiency in, is it perception?
Perception, yes.
Okay. Hey, nice. 24.
24, yeah. Same as Blaze's watch. Calm, quiet. You haven't attracted any attention that you didn't need to attract. And Your watch also passes pretty uneventfully. As you guys all wake up in the morning, I would like you all to roll a Constitution saving throw.
21.
21. Okay.
Con
10.
save?
Yep,
You said?
con save.
Dirty 20.
Excellent. I guess I'll roll for everybody else. Okay. Everybody else passes, and then what did you get, Steve?
10.
10. Okay, yeah, that's good enough. So all of you pass. Okay. The day dawns. It is overcast, and actually the sky doesn't get much lighter as the morning kind of grows on, and you realize that's not because the sun isn't rising, it's because there are more clouds. And in fact, you actually wake up while it's still dark. So it's already a little bit tough in the beginning. The days are much shorter now. And as you travel, it takes a while for it to lighten up, and even at noon it's still pretty dark. The cloud cover is thick and bigger flakes are falling. It does get colder and the wind shifts again. It's a light breeze, it's not heavy, it's just a light breeze, but the snowflakes get bigger and it does begin to snow a little more heavily.
To know.
I feel like this time around, we're probably just going to have to power through whatever other weather comes our way
Mm.
in case it gets worse.
It's a possibility, yeah.
Agree.
That is a possibility. All right. So whoever is leading, please roll a survival. The DC is going to be a little bit more difficult today, as it is inclement weather now.
Can I assist?
Yeah, I can roll again. Be a leader. I don't know who has the
Happy
highest,
to do an assist, but would prefer not
highest
to be the
survival
one.
here, but mine's pretty good. So
Yeah, mine's not great.
Yeah, you can give the assist, and then Blaze, you get advantage.
I got a 15.
Do you want to take the advantage or not?
That was with advantage.
Oh, that was with advantage. Okay.
Yeah, I rolled a 12.
Okay. So with a 15, there are a couple moments where you almost lose your way and you're like, wait a second. But as the sky just begins to start darkening rapidly again, so you're thinking it's like 2 or 3, 4 in the afternoon at this point, you catch sight of Argonaut Point, and you're actually like, the mountain was always there, but it was just tough to see because dark, the snow is getting thicker. But the city, you almost like stumble upon the city before you see it, but you do see it and you're like there. I would like you to roll a d6 for me, please. Or did you have a preference for going to Antrovin versus Bremen?
Did we have a preference?
I don't think so.
Okay, roll a d6 for me, please. If it's even, you went to Bremen. If it's odd, you went to Antwerp.
Okay. What do I roll? I'm rolling my wintry dice. D6?
Yep, d6.
Why I picked up a D4, I don't know.
I fucking hate those.
I got a 5. So we go to Introvin.
You went to Antrovin, yep.
Okay.
So that's on the western side of the city. You enter the city, and people are kind of battening down, preparing for the incoming blizzards, as it is. It's essentially winter, or the cusp of winter. I mean, it's already an icy tundra, so they're used to the cold most of the year, anyways. But they're getting prepared for the worst of it. You actually see ships tracking in as quickly as they can in the dying light. The visibility isn't like, so your visibility isn't like, it's not like a totally clear like 6+ mile kind of visibility. It's at this point probably like a 3-mile visibility situation. So the snow isn't like super thick, but it's starting to impede your distance vision. Argonaut Point, so Antrovin is a very interesting town. You pass there's a wooden barrier of these beautiful, like just vertical, it seems like pine, like a palisade wall around. And as you go further in, there's like a section of town that's after the palisade wall, and then there is this stone wall. And you're able to proceed in. What do you guys do, having arrived?
We're looking for information, probably somewhere to stay the night. What time is it? Is it like night?
It's like 3-4 o'clock. Like it's getting dark though, because you're in the far
I'll
north.
be staying here tonight.
More than likely. You did do your 8 hours travel. All right, so you're looking for somebody to stay the night. Roll an investigation check for me, please.
Just him or everyone?
Everyone
Anyone
can.
else
Sure.
wants to help me out, try to find somewhere to stay? Because my investigation, well, okay, it's on 11.
An 11?
I can roll too.
I got a 15.
15, okay.
Nice. There we go. There we go.
I got a 24.
24. Okay, yeah. So, at first you guys are a little all over the place, and you kind of figure it out. You actually find a spot inside the inner wall. It's called the Trout Hunter.
What?
Trump Hunter?
Trout Hunter. Yep.
Trout Hunter.
Trout Hunter. On the image outside the tavern is this huge rainbow trout. And for a second you think it's a painting, but as you get closer you realize that is a real rainbow trout on the side, and it has a spear through it.
Oh, jeez.
So that is a taxidermied rainbow trout.
Yeah.
With a spear through it. Actually, as you pull up, there's somebody on a ladder unhooking it to take it inside. And the person doing that goes, "Oh, hello there. I'm Paxton Hurley, the proprietor of this fine establishment. Welcome to the Trout Hunter. Come in, come in, come in."
I'm glad to be here.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Well and well met.
Welcome, welcome. You guys are definitely travelers. There's a stable. One moment. Claps twice, and around the corner dashes these two young kids. They take your horse's reins from you and allow you to dismount, and then they pull your horses off. Just kind of laughing, not really acknowledging your presence, and caring way more about the horses than they do you. Excellent. What can we do for you today?
Well, first of all, we're looking for a place to hole up for the night.
Indeed, it's quite cold out, and you don't want to be caught out in these storms. This one looks like it's going to be particularly dark.
The room looks very mightily warm and inviting.
Indeed. My inn is the best inn there is. Well, in Argonaut Point, at least. We have all 127 vintages of the prime Argonia.
127. That's quite an impressive collection.
Indeed, no other establishment has all 127.
Very impressive.
Thank you.
I can't say I've ever had any Argonia before.
Well, that is a problem that must be rectified immediately. Come. We do several things. We do a tasting. We do a bit of a distillery tour, if you will. We've actually come just in time. In a few weeks' time, we're going to be having Argonia Con. There's going to be a great competition of the Argonia distilleries. It's actually quite the gossip of the town right now. The last year's winner is a 2-time champion, and nobody has ever won 3 times in a row. Not even them. So it's going to be very interesting. Because we could have the first 3-peat. Amazing.
Well, yeah, we would love to try some.
Yes, come sit. And he gestures you to chairs. He goes, so you guys are actually sitting just off the bar. There's actually like a table. And it's like kind of connected to the bar, but kind of not. And he goes behind the bar and he says, not to be rude, but you do have coin, right? You're not pilgrims to the mountain, volcano?
Of course, yeah, we plan to pay, but
We have much gold.
Excellent, good. Okay.
What pilgrims are you talking about, though?
Oh, on occasion we get pilgrims from various places. Usually the northern tribes will send pilgrims to go up to the mountain, and occasionally they come into town and they do cause trouble from time to time, but usually they're just well-intentioned. They really just want to spend the night before they climb the mountain.
Who are the northern tribes?
I need you to roll an insight check, please.
Insight check.
Let's ask if they ever come back down the mountain.
15.
15. What did you say, Sleep? Sorry.
I was just about to ask if they ever come back down the mountain.
Oh, yes, absolutely, baby.
Okay,
They usually just don't stop here on their way down the mountain.
gotcha.
Or they don't stop in Argonaut Point. So when you mentioned the northern tribes, he kind of had like a very brief look across his face, like, oh no, I've said too much. And he kind of backs up. As well, there is some tribes of nomads who live in the northern wastes, and on occasion they venture up to the mountain. The volcano is a kind of a holy site for them. There was apparently a large battle or something fought on top of it. I'm not super well versed with their mythologies, but try to make good conversation.
Can I use my channel divinity to read his thoughts?
Sure.
He needs to do a wisdom save.
Okay, that is not much worse. That is going to be a 6.
6. great. I read just
Surface thoughts.
But I'm hoping to catch why he was hesitant about mentioning the northern tribes.
He suddenly suspects. He's like, "Oh no, are they tribes people trying to test me? See how friendly we are? I am. Is this a test? Is this shit?"
Well, I've never heard of these tribes, and we are certainly not members of any nomads from the north.
Oh, well, I guess that puts me a little at ease. Well, having not tasted Argonia, that makes sense. Here.
Are they disruptive to the town?
Not usually. He takes like a furtive glance. The common room is actually getting progressively busier. There is a bartender who comes in. There's actually 2 bartenders who come in and start taking drinks, and then a couple wait staff come in and start assisting as well. And he goes, "Not usually, but there has been conflicts between the tribes and the cities.
Mm-hmm.
Not regularly, but there have been some people who've come to town, and knowingly or not, they've caused trouble. And unfortunately, sometimes people just don't know when to let things go. Things escalate beyond out of especially with some of the hotter tempers. It's a cold climate. Tempers are what usually keep people alive during winter. But more importantly, and he brings over a bottle. This is the most recent winner. This is the Nakatar 99. This is the 99th vintage of Nakatar. It's actually one of the reasons why there's a lot of gossip about this year's Argonia Con. Nakatar is putting in their 100th vintage. Oh, sorry, 120.
Ooh.
Oh no, it would be 125. I apologize. This is Nakatar 124. This is Nakatar's 125th vintage, which is, of course, a very prestigious number. They're one of the first distilleries who entered the competition, and as it is such a landmark year, they're actually the only surviving original member, and as it's the 125th year, we're very, very excited to see what they're going to put out. We imagine it's going to be quite groundbreaking. Anyways, here is some from you. You basically get in a wine goblet, tulip glass. You guys get about a third glass pour, like a third of the volume pour. He hands it out. Drink. Smell first. Taste. Let me know what you think.
It looks very expensive.
Do the classy swooshy thing.
Sure. I would like you to all roll just normal Constitution checks, or if you guys have proficiency in any drinking or eating talents, you can roll.
What are drinking and eating talents?
Well, like if you have like a cooking skill or brewer skills or anything like that.
I have brewer's tools.
Do you
I
have
feel
the
like by
ability to
virtue
brew?
of being a halfling, I should get advantage.
You know what? Because of your natural 20 on knowing the place, I will say yes. I will let you have that advantage.
Sweet.
You
know what? I have proficiency with
That's
brewer's
good, 'cause I need
supplies.
You have proficiency with brewer supplies? Roll with
I
advantage.
do.
Or sorry, roll and add your proficiency.
Well, it's a nat 20.
Oh damn. Okay.
Wow.
What is just straight roll or just
Add your proficiency bonus to that.
But it's not a skill roll.
and add your it was a con.
Oh, was it con? Con save?
Nope, just con check.
Con check.
Yep, check.
I
Skill
got a
checks.
13.
13, okay.
Nat 20 for 28
28, okay.
Damn.
And then Blaze, what
Wow.
did you get?
with proficiency.
Just remind me again what we were rolling.
You are tasting your first taste of Argonia. It is the Prime Argonia of Nakatar, the previous victor, so it's a Nakatar 124. Which is
No,
the
what kind of roll?
oh, it's a
is it?
con. Sorry, yeah, con. Just con check.
Con check.
Yes,
Okay, so I add my con modifier then.
that is correct.
Ugh, I got a 9.
Okay, a 9. So I'll start with you. So with a 9, you are just. This is like. You've had Crown Maple, right? Have you had Crown Maple?
Yeah.
So like that very maple syrupy taste. Oh yeah, that's like what hits you right off the bat. Is like this is like just like the gold of maple syrup, and it's delicious, and it's not so heavy, and it's and it's very light, and it goes down really easily. Sleeve with your 13. You can pick out a little bit of like other. There's like a little bit more than just maple in there. Like maybe something else like fruity maybe in there, but it's like it's good. It's like mead, but like maple syrup mead.
Wait, that sounds pretty good.
Trust me, I know. I have spent
Hold on.
many hours making this drink. Okay, the
Is
spirit.
this real?
No.
Does this
It's not
exist?
like real, but I plan to
Oh.
actually make this. Like I plan to really make this drink. No. I spent many hours parsing out what this beverage could possibly be.
Okay, perfect.
Casmer. This is the nectar of gods. This is the most delicate balance of imagine balsamic vinegar mixed with just a little bit of olive oil and just maple syrup flavor. That is, you're getting that full palate, and it's like very subtle and it just dances across your tongue, and you're able to pick out different ingredients from it. Like, oh, there's you can taste the little bit of pine in there, and you can detect that trace of alcohol that slips in almost unnoticed, and it just goes down so very smoothly, and it's just the very clean. It leaves your palate untouched. There's no aftertaste. This is almost like a fine wine, but this insane spirit. And as you all turn, as you finish drinking, to look at Paxton, who stands there with a knowing smile, he's picked up on that you all are, in fact, noobs to the area, thanks to your taste of this beverage. He goes, yes, this is an incredible vintage. This is amazing stuff. Not to say anybody else's brew is any lesser, but Nakatar is the best. And he presents to you the bottle. He said, it is 10 gold for this bottle. You can finish this bottle. It was brand new. He opened it in front of you guys, by the way. There are many other Argonias to taste if you desire. Not all of them have quite this taste, but this one is definitely increasing in popularity, in spite of the fact that it's been a year since Nakatar won. And actually, on this bottle, Sleeve, you in particular notice this. Instead of the mostly naked drow woman holding a goblet like you expected, it's actually just a simple symbol. A round shield with a goblet where the haft, the shaft of the goblet is fractured. But holding it together and almost seemingly attached from the bottom to the top is is like a pine tree, and a maple tree. So pine tree on one side, a maple tree on the other side, and it kind of holds the stem of the glass that appears to be broken.
I'll absolutely throw down 10 gold for this just because I want the bottle when it's empty.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, so the bottle is it's a fancy bottle. It's pretty.
If I'm still reading his thoughts, he's not like ripping us off, right? This is like.
Oh no, this is like. He's not
just
even.
Just checking.
So on his thoughts, you're looking through like, no, this is like the pride and joy. You're actually the 10 gold you're paying right now. You, unbeknownst to, well, he kind of knows, but he also doesn't really know. It's because of your proximity to the source, you're paying 10 gold. In Ariath, you'd probably pay 20 to 50 gold per bottle, depending on what it is. And considering this one is considering this is the winner, this is like a 50 gold bottle down in Ariath. In Averil, this would be worth 100 gold.
Hold on. I just have an idea. I'm not saying we ditch the adventuring gig to become wine importers, but everyone's got a side gig, right?
I
I
mean,
don't
here
hate
right
this
now.
idea.
We have this bag of colding. We
Oh.
could import
man.
a large quantity of this stuff back to area.
Just put a case in the bag of holding.
It's funny you
All
say
I'm
that.
saying is it's not the worst idea.
Clan Nakatar has actually worked with several different traveling groups to get their Argonia to the south. That does raise the price, of course, when you get to the south of the Argonia. But if you guys are adventurers and were to set something, I'm sure Clan Nakatar would work something out, especially for regular shipments. They much desire to spread their product. It would
We have many connections as well with the the aristocracy and people in the know in the city of Ariath. I'm sure we could work out some sort of deal.
Yes. I would definitely roll a persuade. I just want you to I just want to see.
Can I help?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah. I will say yeah.
And medium persuasive.
What did you get?
God, I forgot my persuasion lane is one. Well, I rolled a 15, which is actually not bad for me.
What did you get, see?
I rolled a 19.
19. Okay. All right. So between the two of you, he nods, he leans in and says, "Okay, you guys are seriously considering it. My establishment actually has a deal with Clan Nakatar, where we are we get first buy of the bottles, which is one of the reasons why I'm as successful as I am. It's a chicken and egg situation. We help each other become successful. However, Clan Nakatar's distillery is actually not even a block away. It's actually just up the street of, like literally on the other side of this small house. It's a medium house that I will eventually, hopefully, be buying. Or they will be buying. One of us will buy. but they're on the other side of it, and we actually bring stuff directly from them. So if you are interested, you are serious about pursuing this, well, definitely, you guys do seem interesting. We bring this to the clan Nakatar's attention.
We are, I would say, interested. Yes.
Excellent. I will let them know. Who are all of you, by the way?
Sleeve McDykel.
My name is Casmar.
They call me Blaze.
Okay.
We are the Enlighteners.
The other
of
one.
the Adventurers Guild in Ariath.
Interesting. Definitely have some interesting political relations then. All right, well.
That we do.
I will
I can
let...
only imagine as well a third consecutive win for this vintage would only increase its prestige worldwide.
I mean, everybody who knows Argonia knows the prestige of the Nakatar clan's Argonia. They are 27-time winners. For a while, they were, top 3, top 5. They usually end in the top 3 or 5. In recent years, they have been taking the top spot more frequently. In fact, they have won 5 times in the last 10 years. 12 in the last 20. It is quite impressive. No distillery since some of the very old ones who have since passed have been able to do that.
Impressive.
Indeed. And the fact that they're able to go hands down the distillery in a straight line. Many distilleries have been broken up and their product essentially ruined by 2 competing children of the head of the distillery trying to inherit it, and then ending up splitting the distillery in half, and as a result, creating a lesser product. Nevertheless, this is exciting news. Thank you. I will take this. I'll take this back. Here are some more, and he pours you. So we're just gonna fast forward a little bit here, unless you want to act out the full Argonia tasting. You guys end up sampling 5 different Argonias. They taste different. Some of them taste, especially the 2 other Nakatars you have, taste pretty close or similar, in the same vein as the one you just drank. You can tell the build and the path that it came on. The other 2, one tasted, the secondary taste was almost like a strawberry and creams taste, and the other one was like a more raspberry taste. But yeah. So you guys do that.
Quality stuff.
Yeah, dinner is brought. The total that the night is gonna run you is 5 gold. And there's a coupon for a distillery tour of the Nakatar distillery included.
That's
We
going
love a
straight
good-
into my inventory.
We love a good coupon.
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't
basically. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I didn't realize you could just type in notes at the bottom of your inventory. This is like such a game changer to me.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So I was
I
like
love it.
freaking creating custom items for all this like random bullshit.
Yeah, no, you don't have to. Don't have to do
Hilarious.
that. And as you
I
guys
made a
turn,
custom item for like vaguely magical chess pieces.
I mean,
Those are random things I have in here.
random junk. Why are there so many real items made that are random junk? Actually, so as you guys turn in for the night, that's, I think, a great stopping point. I know it's kind of early, but this is a great stopping point before you guys do anything further, or if there's something else you wanted to do that night.
Oh, I was gonna buy my own bottle of the Nakatar.
Sure. He will give you a fresh bottle. So the bottle for the table,
Yeah, I'll get unopened.
he'll give you guys the opened one, especially as you guys are buying fresh bottles for yourselves now. He'll give you the opened one as part of your stay. It's 10 gold for each additional bottle. So mark off 10, sleeve mark off 10. You both get sealed bottles.
Take one too.
Okay,
For the
mark off
men's.
10. Yeah, mark off 10 and you get a sealed bottle as well. And
Gold.
Why not?
yeah, and that's
Yeah,
where
why
we're gonna call it. And I'm gonna run to the head really quick right as we end. So thank you guys
You're
for watching.
drunk.
Yes. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you all. As always, we exit to the Keyless Live, Valar Morghulis. And we will see you all next week with more strange beverages made from maple syrup and
Good maple syrup drink.
maple syrup. Good night, everybody.